Welcome everyone to week 4, and we are closer to the end than we are the beginning, but things will continue to pick up. So please don't wait until the weekend to start working on your assignments. Be sure you spend some time during the week, because if you don't, you will become overwhelmed and you'll jeopardize the quality of the work that you submit. And as you can see here, there are several different things that need to be addressed this week. So be sure you check out the syllabus, you read through all the assignment guidelines and the directions, and you familiarize yourself with the due dates and times. But first, let me start by addressing the promotional video assignment. And before you get started with this assignment, take a look at the assignment guidelines and the rubric. This will take you some time to complete, or it will take some time at least to complete effectively. It's important to note in the rubric, though, that you can only receive full credit in some categories if actual original video is used. If you create your promotional video using still images, for example, and just add some transition, you cannot receive full credit in some areas. So be sure you read through the assignment guidelines and the rubric so that you are aware of those expectations. And as you think about developing your video, first think about marketing or promoting your program. The video should actually be something that you can share with parents, students, maybe prospective athletes, administrators, and really anybody that's remotely related to your program. Think about what are some things that you want or you should want people to know about your program, or even what it is that you do. And so you can see there are some questions that your video should answer, so be sure you address those. Now, if you're a teacher, think about how physical education can impact the student's life, how it can teach helpful skills, how it can educate on the importance of physical activity, and think about what you do as a teacher and why your job is important. Consider also the negative perceptions of your profession and try to address those through your video as well. Now, if you're a coach, consider what impact your program has on your athletes, maybe what you can teach them through coaching that they may not receive elsewhere. And think about why your program is important and even justifiable. How can you impact the community or even donors through your program? What are some impressions about your program that you really want to inform others of? And as you begin considering the content for your video, start off by writing a script or develop a storyboard. This is important because it will serve as a guide to help you maintain your focus and address those important components throughout your program. And there are 2 ways that you can create your video. Number 1, you can just include content in a PowerPoint or Keynote, or maybe even a Prezi or something similar like that. And then just include some text, some audio, some transitions, and then you can save that or export that as a movie file. If you take this route, you can only receive a minimum amount of points in each category. Or you can take actual video, edit it, include your audio, add some text, maybe some background audio, and then save that in a movie format as well. This is going to take you a little bit more time. It's going to be a little bit more challenging, but it's going to be more effective. If you don't have a camcorder, which some people use as an excuse, you can use your smartphone. I mean, today's smartphones have excellent recording capabilities, and some of the cameras are actually better than video cameras. Now, this is going to take a little bit of creativity, and with that, you can develop a nice finished product. And one thing you don't want to do is simply set up your smartphone and record yourself sitting at your desk, or maybe just talking about your program. The quality and outcome should reflect the effort you put into completing your video. Remember, it should demonstrate professionalism and the use of technology to share some information about your program. And the most time-consuming components of your video are going to be, first of all, your planning, and then the final editing. The planning and preparing you do on the front end is going to save you some time in editing, and it's also going to save you some time making sure that you maintain your focus and you're direct. It's going to contribute to the overall quality of the video. And almost all computers nowadays come equipped with some form of video editing software capabilities. There are some free programs you can download. It may take you some time to familiarize yourself with those programs, but that's part of the learning process. And your final video should be exactly 30 seconds in length. Points will be deducted if it's shorter or even longer. So take a look at the assignment rubrics again to get an idea for those final expectations. And when you're done, you need to upload your final video in the correct file format. It needs to be a .mov or a .mp4 file. All programs have the option of saving in one of these formats, which is the standard, so be sure you do that. Also, you're going to post a link to your video, or maybe even embed the video in your digital portfolio. And finally, share your video using any of the selected social media that you have. Next, you're going to read and review the prompt for your threaded discussion in blog post number 3 here. You're going to read the article 10 Major Technology Trends in Education, and then post your review in Moodle. Don't forget to include your post as a blog in your digital portfolio also. And this week, looking into new social media, I want you to join something new. Share it with your classmates and provide a brief discussion on how that form of social media can be beneficial to you in your profession. The idea is just to increase your social network and consider how you can further your learning through social media. And if you're like some people I know, you probably already have just about every form of social media there is. And if you do, just revisit one that you haven't used in a while, or that you don't use often, and reflect on how that can be helpful in your profession. Next, continue working on your digital portfolio. This should be well organized, it should be detailed, it should be visually pleasing, and also easy to navigate. So be sure you go through, remove any unnecessary links or unused tabs or things that are going to detract from the content. And finally, take a look at the technology implementation project assignment. This is your signature assignment for the class, and although it's not due for a couple of weeks, I would suggest getting started on it early. You'll need to review some new form of technology that you have used or you would like to use in your profession, and you're going to provide a very thorough review of that. This cannot be something you've already provided a review on in this course. It needs to be a new form of technology that you like to use. So take a look at the guidelines for that assignment and those expectations. It's included in the syllabus. Give it some thought and begin working on that soon. And if you have any questions or any thoughts on the expectations for this week, please don't hesitate to contact me. That should be it. Take care, and I will see you online.